ever in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. We're going to set. Ready?
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Alert 3, alert 8, 8!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. He'll pitch it. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
What's that? 180.
58, come on. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
8, 8. Great.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Looking downfield for Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 9-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creep.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
20. Gun.
interception. Here's Newton. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. 8.
To throw is Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
180. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the pass. Gun.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. I'll get him. Get him.
2nd and 6. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Check. Mike 55. Mike 55. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike.
Hit it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 7. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. One of the best punt returns we'll see, 93 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points.
Let's just call that play what it was. Bold, dashing, daring, and a big-time return for a touchdown.
Fielding a punt inside the 10. Most coaches, they frown upon that, don't they?
They really do. I do know some special teams coaches who say, okay, I'll let you go to about the 8, and you're right in that gray area, and he made that play work in a massive way.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check, 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 check. Get it.
They toss to Mixon. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, zoom. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. No chance. Hey, check right, check right. Let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Panthers' 47-yard line.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
General West. Championships, baby. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Ready.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot. Shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, Delta.
They're going to look to throw. into a double team, and it's intercepted. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And an alley to run. 20. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
20.
Now Newton on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
You. 58, right? Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. All day, every day.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Ready. Check back to left. Gun. Great.
Newton on third down. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Mixon. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And finally brought down at the 43. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Hey, let go.
Mike, check, 59. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you go.
2nd and 13. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, You open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. An update from Denver. And the Lions have opened it up, leading now by a couple of touchdowns. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Oh, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
It's 2nd and inches at the Colts 45-yard line.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Gets through, and now an opening. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Nyheim Hines with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, Ben, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the delay, it's Mixon. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Five.
Mike 5-4.
They'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards in the Panther 1st down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Touchdown, Carolina! Nyheim Hines, 53 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it up. To the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hurry. Shoot.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Back to throw here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
60 or. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Slam. Topper. Mike, sit down.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Going right side here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 54.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Kill. 20. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I don't know why this team showed up. Tight dog, tight.
8.
Now it's Hines. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ready. Get the mic.
We own them.
Wall. 8.
Get one.
Check nickel. 8. 20.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
Ready, set.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Here we go.
Bravo. Now.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. You're not ready.
2nd down and inches. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
On the ready.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Watch the run. It's south, baby. That's baby south. Mike's 54.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, They have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Colts on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
SOS, SOS, SOS.
80 weapon. Hey, high 7. Check. Shoot.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Campbell making the catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, Charlie.
At the 40-yard line.
Go.
They'll look to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Damon Harrison able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Zoo.
Check 13.
Now.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be caught. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Complete to number 88. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
We go. 90 Wolf.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Nixon trying to punch it in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Joe Mixon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Hines. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Ready? Ready?
Yeah, Mike. I'm coming. Quick dad.
20.
Kill.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
On play action, they'll throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Check
20.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Newton's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well